It's tricky. God help you if you ever have a little wind blowing through there and it's gusty and it's blustery, you don't know what direction it's coming from. Anything can happen, and it has happened, and it will continue to happen. It's a long tee shot. You got a big forest up the right-hand side, and it just baits you into hitting it up the right side to get a little bit closer to the green. And if you happen to lose one in those trees, it's generally a pitch out. Very rarely you actually have a shot at getting it close to the green. So playing further left, it's a nice angle because a lot of times it takes the water out of play because you're firing over and away from it. But the problem is you can't get close to some of those flags, especially anything on the left-hand side. You can't use the slope to feed it in there. The front left pin is something that you got to be careful of. Sometimes I've seen balls hit off that big slope on the right, short right of the green, actually go into the water. Anything to the right is one of the fastest putts on the whole golf course. There's been a couple other times where I've gone on that run where I think I made 7 straight birdies, and that was one of them. I hit in the right pine straw and into the front left pin high, and made it. That was pretty neat to do it early in the morning. It's just a demanding hole. If you played in 16 for the week, you're doing great. It's really cool being a past champion. People really appreciate their past champions, and the ovations we've gotten over the years is pretty incredible. I'm trying to appreciate the ovation, but also out of my left eye, sometimes I catch which way is the wind going here. I like watching guys hit when I'm on 11 if we get a chance, and see how they hit, how they react, and how high was the ball and where did it go. If I'm able to get 3 looks at it, I usually have a pretty good idea. Still, a lot of times I think that's useless because the wind's going to change by the time I get over the golf ball. There's a lot of times you just hit it and do I say get up? Do I say get down? Do I say be the right club? A lot of times you just look at it and you know what it's going to do. There's typical 4 pins. There's front left, one just over the left corner of the front bunker, and there's the traditional Sunday on the far right. We all know what it is, but the water's in place short. Anything short, it's coming back. And if you go long, it's a tough par. The back bunker is no joke. You gotta be committed to your location where you want the ball to end up and be committed to it. 13, man, it's a good par 5, but it's the length of a par 4 in the modern game now. It just happens to turn a little bit too much, I think, for a par 4. 3-wood driver to the corner or around the corner. I've seen guys just pull out driver, tee it up a little higher, and then bomb it over the top. It can be done, but it's a risky tee shot because if you don't quite hit it or you happen to hit it a spot low on the club, it's not carrying. But it's just a tough tee shot. You got to get it in play to be able to get there in 2. Once you have that ball in position, now you're presented with a hanging lie. It feels like I'm hitting like I'm in Little League again. I'm hitting some high inside fastball. And I got to turn on, and I got a creek that runs up that right side and short. Miss it in the swale. It's a really tough up and down, and the green's got a lot of movement to it. And each hole location presents its own set of layup requirements. And so I would lay up in specific spots based on each of the hole locations of what I want. I have been, over the course of my career, very religious about where I put that golf ball for those hole locations. And I've played the hole well over the course of my career. But it's just a tough tee shot and off a hanging line to a really tough green. You can play them well and for some reason just get the wrong wind gust. You walk out of there thinking, I just hit what I thought were perfect golf shots into each hole, and I got the wrong gust, and I'm over par playing these holes. And then there are times when you can go birdie, birdie, eagle, and play them 4 under par, and it changes the whole round, and also changes the whole tournament. There's really no other place in golf that's like that for us as players.